Oh, welcome back to another edition of the Washington Nationals here on OOTP 27. And as you can see, no in-game system will fool Jersey Born for 13 episodes. I will not have it. The face gen is back. I have figured it out. I have finally re-enabled it. It was very, very, very annoying and just finicky to get it to work, but I got it to work. And the face gen is back now. We've got faces for the whole team. Everyone's got a face. Even the minor leagues. Let's just click on a random minor leaguer here. Everyone's got a face. Jesus Christ, I don't believe Mason Bixby actually has that mustache in real life, but my goodness. And with the return of Face Gen, that means it's also the return of 3D models. So we have our actual jerseys in the game, obviously. So we have the homes, we have the default aways, we have the default alternates. These are just the red alternates. They were on home Sunday games. Then we have the away Sunday games with the blue alternates. And then I changed the City Connects because I'm just not a fan of their current City Connects, but I was a fan of the Cherry Blossom City Connects. So we have brought those back, and those will be on home Saturday games. Honestly, I feel like I'm tempted to change that to home Friday games. Yeah, we're going to go home Friday games. Home Friday. Boom. You gotta be kidding me, folks. The injuries are starting to pile up here already. Edwin Alcia just tore a flexor tendon in his elbow. He's going to be out for the season. Unfortunately, he's pitched well, too. 4 starts. He's been really good. I was looking forward to seeing him develop, and unfortunately, he's just, boom, first year of his extension on the IL with a big long-term injury. And we also have Dylan Cruz, who broke his arm. So he's out for 4 weeks. And, yeah, lots of injuries already. Added a screwball. What is he ending of 25? What the heck's going on here? Jerry Harris is out here. Potential movement goes up. That's fantastic. But he adds a screwball to his repertoire. What's the fucking point? When are you ever going to throw this? Folks, Dylan Cruz is now on a rehab assignment. He just came back from his injury. We brought Mike Sirota right back up to the big leagues. He was only out for like 1 to 2 weeks, so he's just fine to go right back to the bigs. This 2029 Nationals team has not been what I expected so far. We are currently 21 and 27, 4th place in the National League West. I'm clicking on the wrong buttons. You can see here we have the worst run differential in the National League East Division. It's just not going well. We're just not playing good ball right now. We're terrible on the road. We're terrible on extra innings. We're terrible on one-run games. We've had a ton of one-run game losses. I mean, it's just not going well. 3-7 in our last 10. The month of May got off to a really, really rough start. If you look at the schedule here, we lost 6 in a row, got swept back-to-back series, both at home. Then we lose at a series against the Yankees, lose a series against St. Louis. Before that, it was a 2 out of 4 from the Mets. It's just not going well here. The Nationals are struggling. We've had injuries to deal with. If we're not going to go over the full recap of how things are going, obviously, because we're going to do that once we get to the halfway point for the draft. But the pitching has not been what we would have hoped. Fluky's just been kind of whatever. Prelip struggled. Estes has struggled with the ERA. He actually has a good FIP. Yarlin Susana's up because he was tearing things up in AAA, and we just needed a starter. And he's been terrible in 3 starts in the big leagues. Sakura's been whatever, but he was terrible as a starter. I'm not guess terrible, but I mean he's just kind of whatever both ways, to be honest. Giving up way too many home runs as a reliever for some reason. Santos is been terrible as a reliever, but then good as an opener. The bullpen I don't know why he's listed as a closer here. The bullpen is just Doval struggling as a closer. Maybe we move Rodriguez to be our closer. We have Jonathan Loaizaga up as we signed him over the offseason just because he's one of our best options here for some bullpen, even if he is wrecked and constantly dealing with back issues. It's Brash has been good. Akin's been not great. Whatever. I guess Brash and Luke Little have been good. Perales has been whatever in his avoid high leverage role. The pitching has not been what we would have hoped. And then on the hitting side of things, we've got a lot of bats that are struggling for some reason. Spencer Torkelson just not getting it done, really. 88 WRC plus. it's not going to get it done. You're the first baseman. You're here to be a big bopper. You hit very well for us last year. At no point in this sim has he ever been like, oh, this guy can't hit, but now all of a sudden he can't hit. So, and we've got him locked in through 2032, and I'm starting to think maybe we kind of jumped the gun on that, and we should have just let the platoon of James Tibbs and Kalai Rosario kind of just rock at first base until Jerry Harris is ready. But also, update on Jerry Harris here. Okay, good. Only a tired arm. I saw he had a pending arm injury a couple days ago. Luckily, it's just a tired arm. I was fearing it was going to be like a rotator cuff thing or something, and I was just going to be screwed. But I mean, he's been pitching well in he's hitting really well in Double A. He's been pitching well enough in Double A. That, you know, these numbers aren't really the greatest, but you know, I'm starting to think that we should have just been rolling with Rosario and Tibbs at first base until Harris was ready, because Torkelson's just not getting it done right now. Obviously, it's still early, but the early returns on this not doing so hot. And then even James Wood's been struggling as well. He's only got a 93 WRC plus. He's just been not good this season. His WOB is obviously down. His BABIP isn't too much lower, but just overall not doing well. Like his walk rate's a little bit lower, but it's like around the same that it was in 2027. His K rate is up a bit, so you know, maybe that's what it is. But also, like, the K rate's about the same as it was this season. So James Wood just not getting it done for us, and those are our two big bats. Luckily, Bellinger is picking up some of the slack with a 140 WRC plus if we sort by this. Harry Ford's been phenomenal as our catcher. It's really just been these two guys carrying the bats here, and then Sirota. Sirota's been good with the bat, but then just, I don't understand. 65 outfield, but then 70 range. There's 65 center, and then 70 range, 70 air, 65 arm. You would think this guy would be able to hold his own in center field, but he just can't. He's terrible. He's a terrible center fielder, and this is even after he successfully completed an outfield defense program. I just don't understand why this guy can't play center field. It makes no sense to me. But for whatever reason, he can't play center field. But at least he's getting it done with the bat. And then also we just had some outfield injuries with him getting hurt, with Dylan Cruz getting hurt, which is obviously a bat missing from the lineup. So like right now we're rocking some crazy. Sirota's still in center. Outman's in left. He's platooning with Ryan Lasco, who's back up. Seaver King's on the bench because Angel Feliz is up. And he's actually been quite good. He's actually been good. We like that. We're expecting him to be a really, really quality player for us. You know, nothing too crazy here. He's got the max exit velo at 93 percentile, but then, you know, all these numbers not looking too great. But he is still developing. He's playing every day at second base. We're hoping he can keep developing. He's hitting fifth in the order for us, but the rest of the bats really just not getting it done. Like I said, Wood, Torkelson, big time struggle. Outman's barely even playing here. He's just now as the platoon guy for a couple days. Eli Willits is not really developing either. He's just kind of being like a whatever bat, a little bit better than last year, obviously, but, you know, nothing too special of what you would want for a guy who goes 1-1. And at this point is really just like a Nasim Nunez, and even he's not even that great at shortstop at the moment. So not going well there. Seaver King's kind of been relegated to a bench role right now. Amador's been whatever as a bench player. Brady House is doing his thing where he hits home runs and drives in runs, but he just won't like break through to be like that 3-4 win player that he could potentially be. The percentile rankings once again look pretty decent, but he just doesn't walk enough and strikes out too much, I guess, for him to be like a truly quality player. And then like if we wanted to get a boost with the pitching, is Alex Rouse an option? He's a guy who expects to be playing in the major leagues. He's doing well enough in Double A. The percentile rankings don't exactly make me think that he's going to be coming up to the big leagues and performing, but he expects to play in the big leagues. He's unhappy about not being in the big leagues. I mean, he's probably one of our best options to come up. Everything else is just a bunch of 45s. We've got like Hunter Dietz, who's a 45, and he's been getting rocked in AAA. Jackson Kent is whatever in AAA. You know, it's not like we have any obvious guys to come up at this point. And then Susano's getting rocked. You know, we're probably going to have to reshuffle around the bullpen a bit. We might do something where Doval goes down to a middle relief role. And then we make Jose Rodriguez the closer. We do something like that, and then we go like Keegan Akin, avoid high leverage. Something like that, maybe. But then, like, we don't want Keegan to avoid, because then we don't have a lefty in this mix right here. So yeah, we'll do something like that maybe, and I don't know, just hope that we can improve as the season goes on. And then boom, the immediate next game we lose 10-0. Joey Estes gives up 5 in 4 2/3. Loaiza gets rocked. Keegan Akin gets rocked. Wood goes hitless. Torkelson goes hitless. I mean, it's not going well, folks. Oh my god. Things could not be worse right now. And now Spencer Torkelson's like, I'm not here to be a part of a 5-year plan. You're the reason why we're in this fucking mess right now, man. He's furious that we're a terrible team, and he's got a 75 WRC plus. Figure it out, man. What the fuck? He's 3 for 26 in his last 7 games, and then Sirota's struggling too. Nothing is going well. Oh my god, and then Dylan Cruz just got hurt again on his rehab assignment. He's out for 5 more weeks. You've got to be kidding me. Folks, are we starting to turn a corner here? We did just lose in extras here, so that's, another 1-run loss and another extras loss to the list. But Torkelson, player of the week, tearing it up here at the start of June. And we also just went on a bit of a run here. You can see we swept San Francisco, we swept Kansas City. Did we do anything in this Arizona? No, we lost that Arizona. So yeah, so we ended not June. May was just a month from hell. A month from absolute hell. But so far, June here, not too shabby. Folks, we just had a nice showing here. A 16-2 victory over the Boston Red Sox. Connor Prelip goes 5 2/3, 2 hits, 1 run, unearned, 6 Ks. Unfortunately, he does have a dead arm, so he's out for about a week after that. But then, we also made some changes to the team here. This is the first new look here. We've actually got James Wood playing left field now, and then boom, 3 hits, 6 ribbies. I don't know. Maybe we've unlocked something. Big day for him, big day for Tork, big day for Bellinger. Amador was leading off. He had 2 hits. Sirota had a hit. Brady House had 2 hits. And then the big change to the lineup is that we've got the platoon that we were thinking about doing at first base, now at DH. So Kalai Rosario played this game against the lefty Connolly Early, who got absolutely smoked. My goodness. And he had 2 hits. Or he had 1 hit, 2 ribbies, scored twice, so he must have walked. No? I don't know. He got 2 runs somehow, but Kalai Rosario, he had a home run. His first MLB appearance for us, he hits a home run. So he is playing against lefties for us. He was down in AAA tearing things up. You can see here his splits against lefties, even against righties, not too shabby, but against lefties is the better player against lefties. And then against right-handers, we have James Tibbs III out of FSU playing against right-handers. So those guys are platooning at the DH spot against righties and against lefties. And James Outman's been DFA'd. Ryan Lasko's been sent down. So Seaver King basically becomes the backup outfielder / infielder. Amador is the main backup infielder. Narvaez is the backup catcher. We could have gone with a situation where we had just 1 DH and we could have added an extra pitcher to the mix, but we went with this instead, and we're going to see how it goes. We also made a change to the pitching, or we do have to make a change to the pitching too, because we just sent down, Prelip just got hurt with a dead arm. He's going to go on the IL for a little bit. We also sent down Susana, and now Jackson Kent's up in the big leagues. He's about to make his 3rd start here tomorrow. The first 2 have not gone great. But, we're working with our limited options here just because I don't want to rush Rouse. But, he's pissed about not being in the big leagues. Harris has changed his mind to where he no longer expects to be in the big leagues, so we're still good with keeping him down there and letting him slowly develop. But, Rouse is pissed that he's not up here. It's just, you look at his ratings, you're like, there's no way this guy is going to pitch well in the big leagues. There's no chance, right? But, I don't know, am I going to screw his development by not putting him in the big leagues? Maybe, I don't know, maybe he wants to go in AAA, and that's why he's pissed off. If we move him to AAA, is he going to get a little bit happier? Maybe I'll try that. We'll go, boom, you go to AAA, You're in Rochester. Maybe that'll make him a bit happier after a week or so, and we'll see. But if not, we might have to think about calling him up here as a starting option for us. I'm thinking we might be turning a corner. We just won a one-run game in extra innings, folks. James Wood, another 3-hit day. Bellinger with 2 hits. Nobody else really did anything, but, good one-run victory in extras. We'll take it. Jackson Kent didn't do too shabby in 6 innings. 4 hits, 2 runs, no Ks. But he's not an overpowering guy. Oh my god. Harry Ford's got a concussion for 1 to 2 weeks, and it's only a day-to-day? Yeah, no, he's going on the IL. Are you kidding me? Also, he's up to a 70? My fucking goodness. Harry Ford, what a superstar, folks. But he's going to go on the IL here, unfortunately. Unfortunately, James Outman's time in the organization has come to an end. He has enough service time to where he can deny a assignment to the minor leagues, and he's just been terrible this season. The percentile rankings don't look good. You look at his ratings here, even against righties, the power is so much worse. The gap power and the BAP, it's all just average now. So he's just not really a useful player for us anymore, and he is now being DFA'd, or he was DFA'd. He does not want to take an assignment to the minor leagues, so we are just going to release him because he would just pass with the waivers. Nobody wanted him. Let's just see. Let's just check. I don't know. Maybe there's somebody out there who's like, hey, we'll give you something for James Outman. I mean, yeah, well, sure. Take on Tanner Bybee's contract, who's got a fractured elbow, or a catcher that's useless, or Oswald Peraza. By the way, every time I see this guy's name, my mind is telling me, say Oswaldo. It's Oswaldo Peraza. No, it's not. It's Oswald Peraza. And obviously, we're not going to trade for this guy either. So, yeah, James Outman, he's just going to be released. And your time here was cool for a little bit, I guess. I mean, Torkelson's back, folks. He's just fully back. Torkelson's back. Batter of the month here in June as we cross over into July. Just fantastic stuff all around. Guess who's back, folks? The frickin' Nationals. They're back. Above 500, 48 and 45. It's July 11th. You can see here we've got some guys that are hot. Seaver King has been tearing it up. Gregory Santos is doing his thing as an opener. We're back to double followers in the rotation. Sorota's been turning a corner here. Unfortunately, Ford and Torkelson have started to cool off here. But, overall, much better here. You can see in the month of July, we're in the middle of this series against Milwaukee, but we beat Minnesota. We swept a 4-game set against St. Louis, going back to June here now. This was, we had a disaster month of May, and then heading into June, boom, flip the switch. All of a sudden, we're back, baby. Sweep San Francisco, sweep Kansas City, take 2 out of 3 from Boston, 2 out of 3 from Chicago, both on the road. Head back home, take 2 out of 3 from the Mets, take 2 out of 3 from Atlanta. And then we unfortunately lose this series to Miami, but then boom, we sweep Atlanta on the road, head into July, and then we sweep this 4-game set. And then, like I said, Minnesota, and now we're in the middle of this Milwaukee set on the road and this 3-series road trip heading into the All-Star break. And if we take a look at the expanded standings, our run differential is back up to a plus 16. We're actually right on the nail with our Pythagorean 48 and 45. A little bit better in extra innings, 4 and 9. Still not greatest, 8 and 17 in one-run games. If we miss out on the playoffs, that's going to be what it is. It's going to be the fact that we just can't win these one-run games. That's what's going to keep us out of the playoffs if we do not make it. And it's going to be a big bummer. It's going to be like that one Marlins season we had last year. I forget which season it was, but there was one where we just had like a horrible one-run game record and we missed out in the playoffs. And it was like the one outlier year that we had with that Marlins team last year. But, we're hoping this is not going to be the year for us where we miss out, but because we're looking to actually kind of establish ourselves as a consistent playoff team here. But bad start to the season may hinder that. But we're keeping on here. We're starting to turn it around. You look at the team's stats here. I mean, just 8 and 20 in May, disaster. 19 and 8 in June, 7 and 2 in July. I mean, we are just really just flipped a switch here, and now we're cooking. A lot of single-digit stuff here on the hitting side of things. 5th in average, 3rd in slugging, 3rd in OPS, 3rd in WAR, 3rd in WOBA, 5th in runs scored, 6th in hits, 2nd in extra base hits, the 3rd most home runs. I'm not used to this type of stuff. We got a lot more pop on this Nationals team than I usually do have on a Jersey-born built team. And, you know, it's been working. A lot of 3-run home runs, and we're scoring a lot of runs. And then on the pitching side of things, kind of similar to last season, but not as good. You know, we did have the best bullpen last season. This year it's only the 6th, but it's definitely the bullpen that is carrying us right now. The starters really not getting it done. We don't really have any great starters at the moment. But the bullpen's been doing decent. 8th in runs allowed to go with the 5th most runs scored. Positive run differential, we'll take that from where we were at the start of the season. Hits allowed, doing well there with opponent's average. BABIP, not giving up too many home runs. I would like to cut down on one of these. I would like to have based on balls or strikeouts be a little bit better. And we're hoping that we can start to do that here as the season goes along. And then the defense actually hasn't been too bad. Not anything great, but great defensive efficiency. And then the zone rating is 7th, which honestly is kind of better than I thought it would be, considering we've got Mike Sirota playing every day in center field, who is just once again, oh, he's actually better. He's actually improved. Wasn't this like -4 last time we looked, and now it's just suddenly -1? So he's getting better. He's improving in center field, folks. About time you start playing like your ratings say you should be in center field. So, you know, nothing too great. He's not good in center field, but he's not a disaster right now at the moment. How's James Wood playing in left field? Not great. So, you know, the outfield defense, a bit suspect, but Bellinger should be pretty good. Oh, no, Bellinger's starting to fall off in the outfield as well. So, you know, the outfield defense, a bit suspect. Eli Willits, though, starting to come around a little bit here. The bat, up to around league average. He's a 2-WAR player. If we sort by, just sort by wins, why not? Harry Ford here is our best player, 2.5 wins, 134 WRC plus, 10 home runs, 11 doubles. He's doing his thing. He's fantastic, as always. Eli Willits, though, right behind him with a 2-win. Like I said, around league average with the bat. We'll take it. He's been improving. Brady House actually has 2 wins, 95 WRC plus, 16 doubles, 17 home runs. He does his thing where he hits a ton of home runs, drives in a ton of runs, but he's just not a big average OBP guy. He just doesn't hit often enough to counteract the fact that he doesn't hit often enough to like add on to the fact that he has this crazy power, BABIP potential. So it's just unfortunate, but he's still a useful player nonetheless. Cody Bellinger has been really good at the plate this season all year long. He's kind of been the one guy who's been keeping the bats going. Him and Harry Ford were like 1 and 2 for a long time before Wood and Torkelson started figuring it out. And you can see here Wood's up to a 118 with 21 doubles and 14 home runs. He already has 24 swiped bags, too, at a decent stolen base rate as well. And Del Amador even, he's been playing some good ball here. Unfortunately, Angel Feliz has kind of struggled a bit. We've got Amador playing every 3rd game at second base right now because he's actually been playing so well for us. Torkelson, like I said, got off to a horrible start. Had that run in June where 235 WRC plus, he had 12 home runs, drove in 25, scored 21 in the month of June. Crazy. I mean, he was the center of that turnaround, but unfortunately here in July, looks like he used up all his energy, and now he is not doing so hot here in July. Even May started turning things around there in May, but not so hot at the moment right now. Carlos Novaez has been good as a backup catcher. Like I said, Angel Feliz has kind of struggled a bit, but he's a young guy. We're expecting him to start to develop, turn things around. We think that he's going to be a key piece for us here as a really good infielder in the big leagues for us. And then Seaver King, he's been playing well recently. He's like the main backup outfielder, secondary backup infielder. He gets plenty of opportunities still, and he's making the most of it when he does get to play. Mike Sirota's been up and down this season. We look at his splits month to month. Good April, good May, horrible June, which is weird. We were really, really good in June. He was like the one guy just couldn't, he couldn't fucking hit a goddamn thing. But now here in July, he's got a 245 WRC plus with 6 home runs, and we're only 11 days into it. Technically 10 because we haven't even played the 11th day yet. So Mike Sirota starting to turn things around. He's been up and down, but we'll take it, especially since he's been playing better center field defense. And then this DH platoon has been working one way but not the other. The short side with Rosario, that's been working. He's not really getting any ABs against righties. But against lefties, he's tearing it up. And then unfortunately, James Tibbs against righties, not doing his job. So, I've kind of considered maybe once I don't know if I want to do it right now because we've got Dylan Cruz currently rehabbing from his injury that he got on his last rehab assignment. If you remember, he broke his arm in April, then was on a rehab assignment, hurt his knee after 6 weeks, and now he's back on a rehab assignment for that injury. And because he's missed so much time, we're going to have him on a decently long rehab assignment. But once he comes back, he'll be playing in the outfield somewhere, and he'll be playing in left field, and we'll move Wood back to DH, and then those two guys will get sent down to Rosario and Tibbs. But for now, we're going to keep rocking with that. We also have the option of at some point trading somebody because Jerry Harris, who unfortunately has a pending injury, he's really starting to just kind of dominate at the AA level. You can see here on the hitting side of things, a 150 WRC plus, 10 doubles, 10 home runs, 919 OPS, really good walk rate, sub 20 strikeout rate. I mean, he's just an absolute demon. And then on the pitching side of things, really, really good there as well. A 295 ERA plus, an 81 FIP minus. I mean, this guy looks like he's American Ohtani. So Jerry Harris, definitely somebody we are going to be maybe not this season, but next season we might have to kind of reevaluate this logjam at the first base DH spot that we have with Torkelson, Wood, and then potentially Jerry Harris, and figure what we want to do there. Maybe Dylan Cruz after this season that he just had full of injuries, maybe he's kind of a guy we look to trade. Dylan Cruz gets out of there, open up Wood to play left field, and even if he's not great in left field, we can at least play him there. But the outfield defense might struggle with Bellinger, Wood, and Sirota in the outfield. But maybe we could just kind of get by enough to the point where we hit a ton and pitch enough to win. Not usually my way of doing things in OOTP, but I mean the Phillies did it all those years with Castellanos playing in the outfield and all those guys getting time out there. They did it, so why can't we? And then taking a look on the pitching side of things, where, like I said, we are running a 2-follower situation again. Travis Sakura is in a follower role right now, and he's actually been, nothing too special either. He is striking out more, walking less as a reliever, but he's giving up way too many home runs. But then, I don't know, maybe we just put him back to a starter, but then, like, Santos is only pitching well as an opener. He's not pitching well as a regular reliever, so I just kind of want him to pitch as an opener as much as possible, honestly. So he's going to do that. Hagen Smith, though, he's come up as a follower, and he's been phenomenal as a follower. 8 appearances in 30 and a third innings. You take a look at his splits here at the major league level, and he just really, really good. 190 WRC, 190 ERA plus, 79 FIP minus. I mean, he's getting it done. He's doing his thing at the big league level. I don't really need to go to a splits page for that because he's only pitched as a reliever in the big leagues. But even some good percentile rankings here in the big. So Hagen Smith, maybe he's just a follower for us, and he's excelling in that role right now. So we're going to keep him in that role. And then as far as the other guys go, we'll sort by innings pitched here. Cameron Flukie, been around league average, whatever. Joey Estes, less than league average by a good bit on the ERA. Same with FIP minus, but not as much. The starters have not really been good for us. Prelip, around league average, and then the bullpen is really what's getting it done. It's Matt Brash, Luke Little as that double barrel stopper action. Brash coming off his season of reliever of the year, and he won reliever of the year. Yeah, reliever of the year last season in 2028, and he's once again putting up a really, really good season here. Again, even with a higher BABIP and a higher walk rate, but he's also striking out more guys and has the same FIP. On pace to pitch 100 innings again. Him and Luke Little dominating in that stopper role. Gregory Santos as an opener is doing his thing, like I said, so I want to keep him opening as much as possible. Keegan Akin, whatever, as a middle reliever. Jose Rodriguez is now our closer here. He's got 11 saves as Doval was just not getting it done. He's been relegated to middle relief. We already talked about Hagen Smith. And then Robinson Ortiz has come up from AAA Rochester. Remember, we picked him up in the Jacob Young trade in the 2027 offseason, right before the 2028 season, and didn't pitch at all for us in the big leagues last year. Was really kind of not great in AAA, but then here in 2029 was just dominant, and I was just like, we need guys to come up. Let's call them up, and he's been fantastic in the big leagues. I shouldn't say fantastic. He's walking a bit too many guys, kind of getting a bit lucky, but so far not giving up any runs in 7 innings pitched at the big league level. So he is up. And then also Anthony Bender, a reunion of the Marlins with him and Keegan Akin, as we picked him up in a minor league deal over in the offseason, and he's doing his thing as well, where he was pitching quite well in AAA. We needed somebody to come up. He's a ground ball pitcher. We know I love those types of guys. He's up in the big leagues for us, pitching well. So the 34-year-old veteran Anthony Bender is now up in the big leagues here. Apparently he won the World Series in 2026 because he was on Atlanta. He got traded to Atlanta at the deadline. It was terrible for them, but he gets a ring nonetheless. But now here for us, pitching quite well. So Anthony Bender and Robinson Ortiz here in our bullpen now, and that is what our team is looking like here as we head into the first-year player draft. Oh, I also should mention that Alex Rouse has indeed calmed himself down about coming up to the big leagues now that he's in AAA. He's not really doing too hot with the FIP in AAA. Definitely some underlying numbers there that speak that he's not really ready, but he's, pitching in AAA. Hopefully he's going to develop a bit more and he'll be ready along with Jerry Harris next season potentially, because these guys, we're expecting them to be big parts of our team here, and we need them to be. We need them to be big parts of the team, him and Jerry Harris. You can see Jackson Kent is back down in AAA. Unfortunately, he did not perform well at all in the big leagues for us. A 2 home run per 9, just got slaughtered in 5 starts. Also, just classic Illinois town name. You don't even need the village there, just Elk Grove. Man, I wonder what they got a lot there, huh? Probably a lot of elk in a grove. Every Illinois town name is named something like this. Lake Forest, Oak Park, River Forest. It's all stuff like that. It is now time to do the first-year player draft here. We have the 24th overall pick because we were a playoff team last year. The Chicago White Sox have the number 1 overall pick. The number 1 odds were the Royals. They dropped all the way down to number 6, unfortunately for them. But let's hop into this here as the White Sox. Number 1 overall is Brian Schweigert, a seriously intriguing catcher. I mean, holy shit. Junior college guy at University of Central Arkansas. High adaptability, high work ethic, 70 framing, 70 blocking, 65 arm, 75 speed with good base running, steal tendency, and steal ability, and 80 grade power and gap power potential? What? Jesus Christ, this guy's insane. And now moving on to our selection here, 24th overall. Lots of dudes have fallen off here. Not as good of a draft class as it was last year, it looks like. Lots of college relievers I'm seeing. Sergi, this guy's fragile. I mean, do not give a shit about that at all. This guy could be interesting. High work ethic. 1-inning reliever sort of guy, though. College starter, Matt Pilkington from Seton. I mean, you're going to give me a guy from Jersey City who's going to Seton Hall and expect me not to be like, this guy's my top target? High leader, high adaptability. He throws absolute gas. Looks like he's going to have 65 stuff, 60 movement, 60 control. I mean, what's not to like? Matt Pilkington. Lefty as well. Lefty, and he could possibly throw 100 miles an hour. Jesus Christ. I mean, he's got to be the option. Oh, and then you got this guy here, too. And he's from Brick! Oh my God, they're giving me 2 guys, and his nickname's Doo-Doo. Ron Doo-Doo Mallet. What a name. High adaptability, work ethic, baseball IQ. He's a low leader, low loyalty, but I mean, he could be a really good bat. Oh my God, dude. What a curveball they've thrown me here. Do we go for Matt Pilkington as a possible ace option? Or do we go for Ron Doo-Doo Mallet? And the thing is, like, we've already got bats. The offense is, we've been over this. I'm not a draft for need guy, but we've got a bunch of really good bats. The offense is clicking. We don't really have room for this guy. Like, this guy's going to be ready in the big leagues fairly quickly, you would think. And he's just, he's probably like a second baseman, maybe a third baseman. We've got those positions covered. We don't need those positions to be filled. But we also do have a lot of pitching depth as well. Like, we've got Harris and Rouse coming up the pipeline. We've got somebody like, let's see here, Ben Gardenhire, and somebody who could be a starter for us in the next couple seasons. We've got Josh Yorkin. We're Yorkin it down in High A with Wilmington. He's just looking off the charts down there. He could be a fast riser. We got Brian Roby, who's a bit far away. He's only 19, but he's a 60 potential. He's dominating in A-ball at the moment. Brian Flory is somebody who could be a starter for us in the big leagues at some point. So we've got dudes, and then we've even got like Alcia's hurt right now, but like he's probably going to be a dude long term for us. You would hope that Fluky's going to be around long term, although his potentials have really started to fall off here. Not looking like the guy we took in the first round, 11th overall in the first year player draft in 2026. That the first one for us. You would hope Sakura is going to be a really good pitcher. Prelip is extended through 2033. Estes is extended through 2034. So, like, I don't know. It's either or, really. We could take either one. Who does our director think we should take? He thinks we should take Pilkington. I mean, we have to go Pilkington, right? Like, I mean, oh, wait, we have a supplemental round pick. We have a supplemental first round pick. Yes, we take here, and then we're boom right back here. Supplemental round pick 5. So the thing is, Mallett's probably going to get taken in between these, but there's a possibility that he doesn't. I mean, this is a tough one, but I think we're going to go Pilkington. Mallett, good potential, very promising future. He's also had a lot of minuses recently, just this season, whereas Pilkington, I mean, he's been up and down. He's also had a bunch of minuses, but I mean, he should rank among the best starting pitching prospects in any organization. I mean, I think we have to go Pilkington. He just looks like he could be an ace. And, I mean, just imagine if him, Rouse, and Harris all develop into, like, that top line, and we have those 3 guys at the top of our rotation. That's promising stuff. But we're going to take him. Matt Pilkington, he's our guy here. 24th overall. Boom. Move things on. Is Ron Doo-Doo Mallett? Nope. Who took him? How close? He went 2 picks later. 2 picks later to Minnesota. Brutal stuff. Looks like Trevor Condon went to college in this universe and is now back in the draft here. He went a couple picks before us to Atlanta. But now we have our supplemental round pick here. We've got those college relievers again. Like, this guy's fragile, so he's not interesting to me. Although he has a crazy pitch mix. Curveball, cutter. That's crazy. Danny Eddy. Right-hander. 1-inning guy. Sure. AJ Carlson. 35 stamina. Could be a really good stopper. 80 grade stuff. Slider sinker combo. 60 movement. You've got Evan Hollick. This guy's really close to the big leagues out of South Carolina. 30 stamina, but I mean, he's ready right now. Like, he could come up to the big leagues like right away. Like, he'd be on our postseason staff if we make it. This guy's a high school guy. Honestly, either Danny Eddy or Evan Hollick is who I would want if we go reliever. Compare these 2 guys. I think we would have to go Hollick. I think it's got to be Hollick if we go with a reliever. He's a bit older. He's about to be 23, but still, I think we got to go with Evan Hollick here. I think he's got to be our guy if we do go that route. Or we could go like an infielder here. This guy, mainly just a first baseman, though. But this guy's interesting. Big time contact, good BABIP, really good BABIP, 55 gap power, 75 I potential. The power itself, very limiting as a first baseman, but interesting bat nonetheless. But I think I would still prefer the big time reliever over a bat like that, honestly. Especially since he has like no positional versatility, and we don't need more guys who can only play first base or DH in the organization. This guy's a high school. Let's just look at the college guys. College guys, another reliever who we obviously wouldn't take over the other guys. A little bit better pop, but, you know, nothing too special. This guy is interesting a little bit more. Seriously good gap power. No swing and miss with 60 power potential as well, but he's never going to walk. Probably like him better than Albertson. Or there's a starter, Andy Stewart from Long Beach State, but he's got horrible personality. Pete Clyburn. I mean, he's got that type of player that I really like, where he's got really good contact, gap power, really good speed to pair with it, but he's like a left fielder, a mediocre left fielder at best. What about the high school guys? Anybody stand out here? I mean, I think we want to go college guys. So I think it's either going to be Hollick, and I don't really love this Jake Stevens guy. So I think, like, you would think like maybe we give a chance to the guy who's got some starting potential, but he's got horrible personality. We've already got a bunch of starters, and I like the idea of bringing in a guy like this, who, he can't be I mean, he's got 30 stamina, which is what Brash and Little have, and we're playing them in the stopper role, and they're doing just fine. So, you know, maybe Hollick is able to do it. Maybe he is able to do it. There's also Carlson, who's got the thing about him, though, is his control hasn't been developing, and then his sinker just looks terrible right now. He's a one-pitch guy, where Hollick, he's already a two-pitch guy, already looks like he can hang in the big leagues, and he's got this serious potential, and he's been improving recently as well. So, I think we're going to go him. Evan Hollick is our guy. Boom. Lock that in as our supplemental round pick. We move things on to round 2, and we've got a bunch of guys who have fallen off here. The dude with the very interesting profile that I like, the big gap power, contact speed, but no real great positional home. He's still available. We could go with him. Another guy who's just kind of just a first base DH type, Mike Smith, really boring name. Well-rounded bat, though, but nothing too crazy. Are there any, like, standout... I'm clicking the wrong guy here. This guy's got some pop. It's swing and miss. Any, like, standout defensive guys? 65 range. I mean, that's kind of just like... He's a second baseman. 70 range. Only 60 in center. And, I mean, Sirota's better than this, and Sirota can't hang in center field. So... I don't know. And I wouldn't take this guy round 2. That's maybe like a round 3, or maybe even 3 is pushing it. Maybe 4 or 5 is where I would start thinking about taking a guy like that. I mean, you got Carlson here still. We could take a shot on him, even though the sinker's not developing. There's this guy. Honestly, I think I like this guy more than I like Carlson, simply because Carlson's sinker's not developing, and I usually don't like taking shots on guys like that. Whereas Starcher's already got those 2 developed pitches up to a 50, and he looks like he could be a really good movement control guy with stuff and 40 stamina. So, like, he's a guy where if he learns the 3rd pitch, suddenly he's somebody who you could be looking at as a starter. So, at a Kent State, too. We know I like those cold weather guys. Or there's Blackjack Clyburn here, who is that outfielder I was talking about, but he's not really an outfielder. He's like a left fielder at best. I think we're gonna go reliever again. Fuck it. Why not? Josh Starcher, he's our guy. Boom. Lock it in. Kent State reliever. We've taken 2 relievers early in the draft here. We move things on to round 3. And a bunch of relievers still here. We also got this guy who's got starting potential. Only 45 home runs allowed, though. High adaptability, work ethic, only 35 stamina. I mean, there are some really intriguing relievers here. Fitzsimmons, intriguing, very much so. Willie Juarez is a lefty, very intriguing here. Bobby Matamoros, right-hander, he's intriguing. Some really interesting relievers. This Jason Rader guy, not really that intriguing with the home runs allowed. You sort by batters, and it's just these two guys. Bill Perez with some seriously big pop. He's just a first baseman, but he's got maybe really special pop as a switch hitter out of Texas A&M U Texarkana. Durable already. We already have so many first baseman types. And like I said, I don't like drafting for need, but I mean, this guy... We need outfield defense. Jared Crosby, we're going to take him. We're going to reach on him a bit here in the third round. Move things on round 4. And Bill Perez is still here. We're going to take him. We're not going to waste any time. He's our dude. We're taking him. Round 4, move things on round 5. And we've got a whole shit ton of 45 dudes available here. None of them really seem that interesting, though. I mean, this guy is probably the most interesting of the bunch so far, and he's really not even that interesting. I mean, honestly, the best guys available are college relievers, and I think we should just stock up on these guys if we can. It's just, do we prefer Fitzsimmons or Mataramos right now? That, unfortunately, that Puerto Rican guy has been taken. So Fitzsimmons or Mataramos. Fitzsimmons is from New Jersey. Better stuff for Mataramos, but better movement with only 5 less stuff for Fitzsimmons. Same BABIP, same home run rate, same control. More pitches, I guess, with Fitzsimmons. And what about the stamina? Fitzsimmons has 30 stamina. Mataramos has 25. And Fitzsimmons is very high, where Mataramos has like his average control. So this could be like a 30 control for all I know. We're going to take Fitzsimmons. He's our guy. Boom. From St. John's. Well, he's from New Jersey, went to St. John's. That's a classic path. He's our 5th round pick. Move things on to round 6. Mataramos is still here. So are all of these college relievers. I mean, there's just so many available. There's so many available. And if, like, you look at the high school guys, like, when it comes to pitchers, like, we've got... You know, like, maybe we could take a chance on this guy, see if he develops. What about high school hitters? Are there any high school hitters that stand out? 45. So it's really just pitchers with both high school and college guys left. So we're just going to be taking pitchers at this point. And that's what we're focusing on. We're just going to do it. We're going to take Mataramos right after him out of Coastal Carolina. He's our guy. Round 6, move things on round 7, and then I think we're just going to take another college reliever. I'm looking at Mike Alms here at a Long Beach State. He's interesting to me. He's got that good home runs allowed with the decent contact and stuff. Good 2-pitch mix, 35 stamina. Tyler Ellis, not as intriguing as him. Jason Rader is not as intriguing because he's got that 45 home runs allowed. This Dillard guy just flat out sucks. Manny Molina's kind of interesting, but I think I still prefer Alms over him. Jeff Foss is a lefty, but he's extreme development risk, apparently. Brian Stone's interesting. 35 stamina, good stuff, movement, a little bit less control. We're going to go Mike Alms. Mike Alms is our guy. Move things on round 8. Brian Stone's still here. That's the right guy, right? Yep, we're going to take him. Boom, the reliever draft. That's what we're doing here, folks. Alrighty, so we have finished the 2029 first-year player draft. We left off after taking our number 8 selection, and then at number 9, we took another college reliever in Jeff Foss. Once again, we will not be, just ignore what levels they're at right now, because it just auto-assigns them once you take them. We will be manually assigning these guys where I think they should be. This guy's not going to be in AAA to start his big league, or his pro career for us, so just keep that in mind. But Jeff Foss, lefty, UL Lafayette, could be interesting, high adaptability, work ethic, 80 hold runners as a lefty as well, we like that. Then in round 10, we took another college reliever, Justin O'Connor, with 80 potential control, with 50 movement. Could be interesting, 21 years old out of Pepperdine. And then in round 11, Jacob Bendel as a catcher to catch all these pitching prospects in our organization. 21, almost 22 years old out of the University of Georgia with 65 framing. And then we took another catcher after him in John Bemis. Out of Ball State, really good power, 60 power potential, 60 framing. He's down there to catch the prospects. The draft really fell off at this point. And then in round 13, Dante Burgess, high school, starting potential, 40 stamina, good movement control, could be something. He's durable. Just, taking a shot on this guy. Then in round 14, college reliever Eric Agro, 80 potential control, horrible stamina, but figured I would take a chance on him because why not? And then in round 15, high school reliever Josue Mendez. He's Mexican, went to Hawaii high school, 35 stamina, high work ethic. Maybe something happens along the line without his development. And then around 16, we really were just kind of taking whatever. Taking this guy entirely because he's got a bunch of really good personality, hoping something with the TCR bumps because of that, maybe somewhere down the line. Who knows? Round 17, once again, same thing. Really good personality, really good stuff, 2-pitch mix, but horrible control. Maybe something with the TCR happens down the line. And then in round 18, he's a high leader to have in the organization. Who knows? Just kind of have a good personality guy in the organization. And then in round 19, high work ethic, 80 potential control. Nothing else looks good whatsoever. Maybe something develops along with the control and makes him decent. And then in round 20, Jonathan Lemons, same sort of thing with him. Big stuff. Maybe something develops along with the control or along with this stuff as he progresses through the system. If not, whatever.